Yo, yo, what up, guys? It's your buddy, your pal, Freaky P, right here, Replicon Radio. We got a special treat for y'all, man. This week, we're all about the new movie, Volition. We just want to let you guys know, man, it is going to be available Apple TV, Prime Video, and any other digital platforms July 10th, 2020. Go check it out. We had the pleasure of getting a screener of the film. We got to watch it in advance. We put a review together for you guys, which is available on our channel. The link will be in the description of this one. And I also had the pleasure to talk to several of the stars of the movie. So we had a couple short conversations, and I'm going to share those with you now. So give it up for our new friend, Magda. And here's our chat.
Okay, Paul and Magda, you guys are ready to go. Hey, Paul.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Pretty well. How about you?
I'm doing
What's
good.
up?
I was just making sure you can hear me okay. Right.
Yeah.
We're
How's
good.
your COVID days?
They're not so bad. We're in like St. Louis area here, so nothing's been too crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
What area are you in, sorry?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
So,
not too bad, I guess.
yeah, it hasn't. I mean, it's pretty inconvenient, but nothing too terrible is going on. I mean,
Sorry, your connection's a little mumbly, so I'm just trying to hear ya.
all right. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on. Well, hopefully you can hear me okay. We can get through it. First of all, I just want to say welcome, and we appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us here at Replicon Radio.
Thanks, man. Thanks,
Absolutely. So I know we don't have a ton of time.
I'm glad you joined.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
But I do want, we like to get to know people. We want to, learn more about you and kind of how you get into your profession and whatnot. So like you're from Canada and you started out, I mean, you've been acting and doing a lot of stuff since a child. Like how did you first get into acting and like how did it all come about for you?
My crackers, I don't know how. Like at 14, I was still, like, I had dropped out of high school and was living in Poland because I'd been bullied so much. I just didn't want to be in school. I think my future didn't entail a lot of, like, education. Not that there's anything wrong with education. But I realized I came home, I wanted to graduate with people my own age. And when I was 15, I came home and my brother's friend told me about this, like, it was an extra workshop. And I went there. I didn't know the difference between acting and extra work. And the guy was like, oh, you have to, so he basically, I was like, how do I say a line? And he just basically kind of patronized me and was like, oh, nice to meet you. And I was like, no, tell me what to do and I'll go do it. And I knew nothing, and every question I asked was wrong, and until I figured out what was the right way. And I found out all the agents, and when I would drop it off my headshot, this was back when we did the drop-off in person, and there was no DVDs or VHS. Well, it was VHS this time, but yeah, you didn't really have demo reels the same way that you have now. And yeah, I just kind of had this raw instinct because I remember meeting my agent, and I remember getting a monologue for her to do in front of her. And as I'm practicing, I'm like, well, I gotta be doing something. Like, I can't just stand here and say lines. And so it was a kid deciding to run away from home. And so I brought my knapsack in and a bunch of clothes, and I just started folding them on a chair into my knapsack as I was doing the monologue. And so she was raw instinct. And, I just kind of slowly became a better actor, went to classes, and tried to listen to anyone that would try to teach me anything.
That's awesome. So, essentially, you almost just kind of, like, it wasn't anything you prepared to do originally, but then you ended up preparing later on. And then you just fell in love with
I
it,
knew
just
I
being
wanted
there?
to be an actor. So I knew I wanted to be an actor since I was probably 10. I grew up watching TV and just a lot of TV and movies, and I didn't know that normal people could do that. I just thought it was like it was a weird thought process in my head. I just thought there are certain humans that are literally born into this world that do music and do movies.
Yeah.
I just really couldn't grasp the concept that a normal person can do the steps to do it. That was my thought process at 10, but by the time I was 15, I was like, oh my God, I can do this. Or, like, at least I can try.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I have had a really lucky life.
That's super awesome. Did I lose you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're cutting out a little bit.
Oh, am I?
You were for a second.
Sorry.
It's all good. Phone problems. You gotta love them. 2020.
Yeah.
All this technology, you gotta love it. But that's awesome, and I feel like a lot of kids probably think like that. I feel like I probably even thought like that. Like it wasn't TV stars, movie stars, rock stars. Like we're people. Those are different. It's a different, whole other species.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. So and then you got
I mean,
into...
I remember.
Go ahead.
I wish I had started earlier, but I didn't even know. Like, my parents didn't know anything about it. It was all me being like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. Like, they didn't even have the concept of maybe telling me no, because it might be a bad idea for your soul or your ego or your self-esteem. But they knew I wanted to do it, so they helped me wherever I needed to go.
That's awesome. So obviously you've had along the way you've gotten into a lot of very popular roles, starting with like Kyle XY, and then on to the TV show Caprica, which is huge for like the sci-fi world and a lot of intense fans and stuff like that. And then obviously working with Eli Roth, I'm sure with Green Inferno was crazy for you. So tons of cool things. I wish we could talk about all of them. I would love to talk to you more when we have a lot more time. Because those are all really cool things, and I know you get a lot of love for all those projects, and it's a really cool, different worlds to be a part of. And now we got Volition, which is what we watched the movie. I loved it. It was great. It's getting ready to come out. It was supposed to be a big theatrical release, obviously with the COVID-19 and the quarantines, but you guys are getting a big digital release July 10th. How is working on Volition and this cool, crazy, like sci-fi, almost like time traveling adventure? Like, how much fun was that to be a part of?
So first of all, I'm going to be a dick and correct you on one of the names.
Perfect.
It's Caprica and then it's Caprica.
My bad.
I know, like Capricorn, Caprica.
I feel like I knew that. I was just trying to hurry. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. But no, so many people say that, so I'm like, oh, no, it's Caprica. So with Volition, it hit all my favorite nerves, as an actor. Oh my God, sorry, I'm yawning. I got to basically, have a sci-fi element to it, which I'm always a fan of. And then, love story and swept off his feet, being sarcastic, and just a kind of a mess. I like playing a mess. And I don't think I get to do that very often.
For sure.
I guess I'm trying to word it better, because it was one of my favorite experiences. It was such a loving project that brought so many people who cared into a group, and you don't get that always. A lot of shows or movies can be hard to work on because there's a lot of personalities, and some people are mean, and some people don't think about like the project itself. They think about themselves, and it felt like a very selfless experience.
For sure. So you guys were just all like you were a good team of people, everybody working together, and you guys had a lot of fun filming the movie, so which made the whole work experience just a whole lot better for everyone, huh?
Yeah, and I kind of started at a time that I was having a hard time in my life, and it was I actually was pretty homeless at that time. I had just left Los Angeles and was moving back to Vancouver, so I could relate to a lot of stuff that Angela was going through. It was really figuring out myself and running away from stuff, and then when we did reshoots like a year later, it was just interesting to see the difference of where I was emotionally. And yeah, I find that the beauty of movies is that it captures just a time in my life. I always learn something from my characters, which is amazing. Kind of why I gravitate to anything. I'm like, oh, this has something to teach me, or I have something to give to it.
Wow. That's
I'm
awesome.
so sorry to quickly interrupt, but we do just have about 30 seconds left.
Alrighty. Perfect. Well, yeah, that's super awesome. Obviously, we're glad you have are seeing better days in your personal life, and we're glad Angela got through her part in the movie as well. So that's good to hear. And Volition comes out July 10th. You can get it on all digital platforms and stuff like that. And then obviously you've now moved on and you're doing the super. Everybody loves the new television show You on Netflix, so you can look for You in that.
Oh my
show
god,
as
that
well.
was so fun! What a dream come true.
That's super awesome. So go check that out on Netflix. Check out Volition on all streaming platforms starting July 10th. And hopefully we can chat again and have a little more time. And congratulations on everything. And hope to see you more stuff in the future.
I would love that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Until
Magda.
we chat again.
Awesome.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah, there y'all have it, man. That's the exclusive interview with Magda there.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry about the technical difficulties and stuff on that one. Kind of made it hard with the short amount of time and things like that. But shout out to her. She's super dope. Maybe we'll have her back on in the future. Definitely go check out the movie Volition. Apple TV, Prime, all digital platforms, July 10th. Check out our movie review. And also check out the 2 other interviews to go along with this, man. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And always remember,